This is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. That's a 12-inch by 16-inch canvas. And I am going to try and do something I haven't done for a while and imitate a wreath-shaped painting I did in the first year that I was working. And I have taken a leftover paint dip pan that I had and dipped my lid into it, and now I'm going to release that. I am going to give myself a bunch of Artist Loft White paint. I don't want it to be too thin. I don't want it to be too thick. I'm not sure what to tell you. I'm just going to try and feel it out. I did measure the center of my canvas from both sides so I could find out that I was correct about that center being center. I didn't prime the edges of my canvas, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Bottles in the way might be. Now I think I've done this on a 16 by 20 inch canvas before, but I think originally it might have been done on one of these 12 by 16s. If my bottles aren't in the way, I might even be considering spinning this out just to get the paint even. But these Oxo Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatulas that are on my Amazon link on under Show More on the link tree, they are the best paint spreading tool I know of. So I'm pretty confident no matter what, as long as I can get close to that center, I'll have the right amount of paint. I wasn't planning on spinning anything, and I think having all this, I'm hoping that's not extra paint. I really am. So now I'm going to start with colors I like, and one of them, two of them are across the room, darn. And I'm going to use my Orange Crush. Go to, what, 6? Well, that's sort of not exactly like I wasn't expecting, but that's okay. And then I'm going to change up the colors with some Frosted Berry, just to add a base layer to add colors on top of, really and truly. And I may stagger these out. This is the Mayan Gold. Oops, almost dribbled. Whoa! Okay. I have no way to get rid of that unless I grab a paper towel, which I should have handy, and this may be a fool's errand. Let's try a sponge. Just because that color is so strong. That's better than it was. No idea how this is going to go. It looks very much like I'm going to have to pick and choose my colors. That was Royal Sapphire. This is Wild Orchid. Which I'd kind of like to put in twice. And I might do that right now. I am ignoring that dendriting Royal Sapphire. We'll see what happens. So what have I got that I really love, that I want to see in here? I was threatening to use some of this sour lemon. It has a little bit of Orange Crush in it to make it, I think there was a another brand of paint, and they called it Dairy Lid, that color, which is kind of weird. Okay, I've got some Baltic Amber. I'm not sure whether that's a great idea or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of looks like if I wanted to do something like this, if I hadn't had that accident, I could almost even leave it like it was. I have some Rhapsody Rose, which is a primary element. And I want some pink diamond in there. I'm going to try and restrain myself. I might use the pink diamond more than once also. It's pretty cool looking right as it goes. It's not meant to stay this way, but it could, like I said, if I hadn't made that mistake. I want some blue in there. And I've got a couple of choices, but I'm missing the one that I really want the most. I'm going to take a risk and put some of the Egyptian blue in here. It's a hard squeeze. That one spot really messed me up. But I'm still hoping against hope. You know what I have got? I've got some, I mixed Frosted and some of the Vivid Intense colors. And if you want that recipe, and I didn't include it under the video, and I probably will, you can just ask me. I'm getting pretty close to thinking I could start doing something with this. I want something a little special. I got some orange peel with gold sparkle in it. I don't even know if stacking the colors is something that will work, but we will find out together. That's messed up. I think I definitely messed up my head with my accident, but since I remember what I did the first time to a degree, especially after rewatching the video again, I don't think it should be a problem. Alright, so what have I got? Oh, there we go. This is ginger flower. This is a Prizm pour also. You know what, I'm just going to town. I didn't really expect it to look this cool, but I guess I didn't really think it all the way out either. I'm glad I measured the center. Now I used both the paintballed end of a broken skewer the first time and a spatula. I think I'm good to go. I'm going to start with my basting brush, and I'm going to pull toward me, I guess. I'm going to wipe that off every so often. So I'm going to bring my damp rag over here, which is still somewhat damp from the last time, fortunately, because I didn't remember to re-wet it. Wipe that off. Probably doesn't make any difference at all. I'm just going to keep doing that. You never know, this could be just the way it turns out. I'm liking how the colors, the basting brush is less invasive than some of the other methods. At least I think so. Oh, I don't like it when they stick together. That's the best reason I can think of to wipe them off in between. Because the tines, there's only one row of tines left, and then I still removed every other tine. So there were 5 rows, now there's 1, and in between there's a big space. So I'm going to look for spaces. I may not get to what I was talking about at all. See, the mistake is almost invisible now. But that dog hair is not. And now it's in my painting. Come here. Maybe it's a sweater fuzz. It's gotten cold and it wants to go away though. It keeps dogging me. I'm going to have to do something with the center. I kind of think it's either white or gold. So I'm turning, for the in-betweens I'm turning my basting brush sideways so I don't put it down flat. But I pull it out so it's flat afterwards. That's really pretty. Do have a bubble there. I didn't expect to do this all with the basting brush, but I'm not unhappy that I did. I'm also not unhappy that I'm taking the time to look for gaps and fill them in. Although I kind of like the gaps too, so it would be okay if you decided you didn't want to do that. I'm still thinking about using the spatula, the little spatulas, but I'm not sure why I would need to. In which case, I'm pretty well done. I see these dendrites, so all that's left right now is to figure out what I want to do to the middle. And part of me wants to spin. Let's use the I'm going to put some gold in there. I'm not sure I can spin this around completely, but I'd like to try. Paint will flow to paint. So if I get close, it'll just grab onto itself. Stop a little bit short so you don't have a big ball, and let them join. Now I'll put a little bit of white. What color would I like in there? Maybe some of this frosted with the Vivid Intense in it. I'm going to blow that out. Maybe I'll blow it out. Just stuck my finger in there, darn. I'm going to grab a straw. I thought I had one, but evidently it's MIA. If I wanted another color, now would be a good time. I was just basically blowing the inner ring. I have a little pucker there. I wonder what would happen if I pulled that out. Can't do it without wiping it off. I guess it's too late for that now. I'm not sure that that was necessary. I've got 3 minutes to tell you guys. I do sell my artwork. I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. Part of me would like to pull that from the center out. I think I'm okay with that. The dendrites are a little bit odd over here. I'm not sure why that happened. Part of me wants to use the spatula. Still. So I guess I'm going to do that. Because I like pulling the white that's the base layer back in and changing up the pattern, especially since I've got that weird stuff happening over here that I'm hoping that I can camouflage. So what should I tell you guys? Please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. When you share my videos, you help my YouTube channel, and I really appreciate that too. The cool little marks, maybe it's the weight of the background paint, the white paint. The cool little marks are going kind of abstract, going out of their way to become abstract, so I'm just going to join in the fray. I think the paint will spread out. I really wasn't expecting, in the end I wasn't expecting to do the spatula, but I'm not unhappy that I did. I like pulling the orange and the colors that were in the center further out. And it seems like the more abstracted I make it, the more acceptable, cohesive it becomes. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But by changing it up a little bit all the way around, it makes it more similar. And I really do like the marks the spatula make. Looks like a big hairy flower. So I love you guys. I want you to take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Check out my link tree for Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook groups. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. I'm going to put some Chantilly lace in the center of this, because I don't like the purple as much as I was hoping I would, but I do like the Chantilly lace. I got 1 minute left to tell you guys whatever I'm going to tell you, and I have no idea what it is because I'm completely distracted. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I do sell my artwork and I do give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I'm going to try and zoom in. I may blow on that Chantilly lace a little bit more. This was a good experiment. I think I can do variations on this theme. Kind of almost think white dots, more Chantilly lace would be good around the center where the gold is. I'm not sure. If it's that way when you see it, you'll know what happened. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Check my Amazon link for shopping at no added cost to you, and my 2 books are there. I love you much. Thank you so much for the donations through PayPal. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of my YouTube channel banner, and thank you for becoming members.